Yo, yo. Alright, let me check out YouTube. Let me see what's up on here. We'll get started with it. Let me do an audio check and all that. View my channel. What is this idiot doing nowadays? Alright, there we go. We're live. We're running it. Chat, what's up? We're live. We're running it. Chat, what's up? Okay, bet. ¿Qué oyan? ¿Qué cuentas, cabrón? What's good, boys? Dude, today's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good meeting. It's gonna be a good stream. I'm excited because Lukey. Oh, wow. What? But yeah, what we're gonna be doing today, guys. Again, I'm just gonna wait like 2-3 more minutes for everybody to join up. First, we're gonna go over the weekly outlook, right? Because I know a lot of you guys said you just want to be here for the outlook and then go. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and break down the trades from this week. Again, we had a pretty good week. So we're going to be, going over all that. Necesito más live en YouTube, que perfecto se ve. Eso no es YouTube, eso soy yo, papá. ¿Qué pasó? Crédito, a quien crédito merece, cabrón. But yeah, so we'll, again, 2-3 more minutes, guys, and we'll be going over first, of course, the actual weekly outlook. And then after that, we'll be reviewing whatever other stuff you guys want me to review. Okay, looks good. I bet we're good to go. Así que nada, guys. Let me know who's here. I want to make sure the one-on-ones are here, because if not, I'm gonna be pissed. Eres el Tony Stark mexicano, a huevo. And low key, bro. I mean, shit, we got the Iron Man helmet, bro. You might be onto something. You might be onto something, right? Warning the stream, what? What happened? What's up? Ah, okay, yeah, shut up, stream. Y los lentes y la feria, no, pues también, ¿verdad? Antonio Stark, que chingues. Aaron, what's up, man? Okay, who do we got? We got Joe, we got Gus, we got Sean, we got Nasir, we got John, we got Francisco, we got... Okay, I like that. So good attendance, right? So let's get straight to it, guys. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing well. What we're going to do first is we're going to go straight over the weekly expectations. And yeah, let's just see kind of what the market wants to give us. So let me do this first, guys, real quick. Give me 1 second. Boo. Ooh. Okay, video capture device. There we go. About damn time. All right, guys. So weekly outlook. What can I expect this week? What can we see? So first thing is tomorrow, Monday, February 17th, we have a bank holiday. It's President's Day, right? Yeah, so it's President's Day tomorrow. So tomorrow there's not going to be live trading. There's not going to be trading. We're not going to do anything. You're going to be off the charts and you're going to do something productive with your life. Now, Tuesday, even though there's no regular red folder news, we got Trump that's going to be speaking with Elon Musk. And it's going to be at 1 p.m., I believe, right? 17. Okay, 17 briefings and statements. Presidential actions. Yeah, nothing yet. Okay. But yeah, it's going to be on February 17th. So tomorrow it should be at 1 p.m. So again, we might have an aggressive market open, which we like those. We caught 2 of those this week, and it went really well for us. So yeah, Tuesday I'm going to be trading, probably a bit risk off on Wednesday. Still trading just because we have FOMC meeting minutes, and it tends to be a bit slower than usual days, but again, still going to be trading on Wednesday. Then Thursday we have at 8:30 a.m. the unemployment claims, which is great. And then 9:45 a.m. we have a red folder on Friday, which is a flash manufacturing PMI. So Tuesday and Friday I'm going to be streaming on the FFN Discord. Let me just confirm that for you guys. And after I confirm it, we're going to hop into the good stuff. So let me just confirm that for you guys. Jason is here. Yeah, so we're going to stream Tuesday and Friday on FFN. So then Wednesday and Thursday on our own Discord, the free Discord. And again, We got 2 weeks of streaming left. Well, maybe 2 or 3, all depends on the back end. But yeah, once Chronos releases, Chronos is our in-house prop firm, which again, I'm building in public. You can see all the updates on Instagram. And I'm going to make another video about it on here too. We already have the withdrawal rules. We're going through the evaluation rules right now. But it's looking to be like a 1-day pass. So that's going to be fun, guys, right? We're just sorting out the codes and all that. We have some good suggestions and some suggestions just out of pocket. Somebody said unlimited withdrawals on day 1 and no scaling rule. And just no rules. Once you're funded, you can take out however much you want. So it's like, no, dude, you got to make it realistic. But yeah, Chronos is coming out to be good. 2-3 weeks left of streaming. I don't have an exact date yet, but it's, let's make best use of the time we have left. Now, what everybody came here for, let's break down some freaking trades, right, guys? Okay, let me know in the chat who's ready to break down Bookmap, who's ready to take notes. And then after this, we're going to go over the best ways to journal. So let me know in the chat, guys, who's ready to start breaking down some trades just to see who's here. And we'll go straight into it. Right, it should be good. Again, should be fun. Get into the Bookmap, get into the nasty nitty-gritty stuff. So let's go. Okay, we got Jordan. Oh, my tacos are here. Can we just wait? What? Where did he leave my food? Okay, fair. Give me just 1 second, guys. My bad. So let's get into Bookmap. Let's get ready. Okay, Rebecca, Sean, Andy, Sail, Aaron, Nasir, Jordy. Okay, bet. Do we have the highest Bookmap plan for IQ? No, bro, you absolutely don't. You can use it with the basic one. You can get the basic plan and you're good. So, first trade. This was, what date was this? February 10th, right? So let's see. Okay, so February 10th, we initially had a bullish bias. Did we? Or am I making shit up? Yeah. So again, February 10th, we hop here onto the 15-minute time frame. And the first thing that I'm seeing is, hey, we're bullish and we're pulling back, right? Until we don't go under this low, I'm pretty bullish, right? Again, this is a move origination area. We can just bounce from here, go higher. So right off the bat, I'm already bullish, right? And then I see not only that, but we see this massive rejection to go higher. Can we get a pre-sale for Chronos? Yes, you absolutely can. And I'm going to hook you guys up with some crazy cheap prices. I'm talking like probably $30 per account for the pre-sale. But yeah, I'm going to get you guys right with the pre-sale. I got you, bro. I'm going to give you guys a fat discount. Don't tell my business partners, though. But yeah, so I was bullish up to this point. Then I'm looking at the 3-minute time frame. And again, right, this is our move origination area, just right around here. And we see this massive rejection with price. Not only that, but we see an aggressive move down that quickly gets bought up on Bookmap. After seeing that, right, okay, I'm still bullish, whatnot. Let me see kind of what's happening and what's going on. Now, let me put my speed a bit quicker than usual, right, 2x. So now that I'm seeing that, right, I'm seeing, okay, we're kind of rejecting. We're starting to go higher, but it is still not 930. So what I was saying is, at this point, again, guys, and dude, guys, any questions that you guys have as I go, please ask him in the chat. Like, I'll stop to answer the questions for you. This is for you guys. It is not for me for content. It is literally just me trying to help you guys. So any questions you have about the trade breakdowns as I go, just ask them. No question is too dumb. Back to business. So once I'm seeing that, hey, if we can break above here, I'm definitely going to be bullish because, again, we're going to have the bullish structure confirmation. We know the trend is bullish. We had this move down on Bookmap. All we're waiting is for structure to be confirmed, and then we're ready to take our trade, right? So again, I'm still not in the trade, as you guys can see, and I'm just waiting to see Bookmap, right? We see that we have this level right here, and on Bookmap, it's starting to light up, which tells me that, hey, if we break above this level, not only is structure confirmed, but we're breaking above a level where we're seeing some sellers appear, and if we can confirm this, then we're good to go higher. So what do? I wait. So we have to pay data separately for Bookmap? Yeah, bro, it's like $10 though. Not too bad. So then, okay, happy market open, 930 gets here, right? So 930, we see that we go above here, but again, never take the trade on the reaction, guys. Wait for the confirmation. Again, you're going to get cooked very quickly if you trade the initial reaction. Why? Because look at what happens. We go higher, but we don't close higher. Again, just because we're going higher doesn't mean we got the move. And again, at 930, unless it's a crystal clear trade, you don't want to take it. So until we're not having the structure confirmed, I'm not going to take the trade. So what am I going to do? I'm gonna wait. Am I willing to take a sell yet? Not really, because the higher time frame is bullish, and until I don't see major bearishness, I'm good. So I'm gonna just speed it up a bit, right? And now we're seeing like, okay, price is starting to push higher. Let's kind of see what happens, right? Do we close above here? No, we don't. We break above and we reject. And what happens? We have these key levels around here. And again, guys, this is a really important lesson. Let me just go back a bit, right? We see that we break higher, but as soon as we take this key level, it appears again. What does this tell you? It tells you that the sellers are still there. If you want to break a key level and you want to see that key level hold, what you want to see is you want to see the break and then go have this go dark, right? You don't want to see sellers here anymore. You want to see buyers take control. Because the sellers reappeared, I'm not willing to buy yet. Why would I buy when all these passive sellers are constantly placing orders, right? And then as price goes down, we see some reactions. What do? You wait. So we're here. And then what happens, right? We try to take the sell because we closed under, right? Now that we get the bears close, we break under. And I try to take the sell from, and actually, no, wait, what did we do here? Yeah, okay, so we tested the buy from this area first. And it didn't end up playing out, right? We thought that, hey, we can get the bounce from here. Maybe this can happen. We got the entry and did not work. No, I'm getting confused, my bad. We try to take the sell from here. We got our entry here. We got our entry around here, right, at the lows. And I was just looking for a continuation. The continuation didn't happen, and we ended up getting stopped out. Why? Because I lost sight of the initial higher time frame bias, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let me just go for the short right now because of what happened here. Then, again, we get stopped out, and now I see that, hey, we're actually claiming here, and we're going higher, right? So I got stopped out initially. Again, what happens when you lose sight of the bigger picture bias? Because I was like, hey, maybe we can short here. It is what it is. Manage your risk, take the L. Next thing I see, price is now rallying back up higher after rejecting multiple times down here and clearing out this liquidity, right? We take out this point of liquidity, but it appears again. So I'm seeing all these buyers are starting to rally back up. What happens when all these buyers start to rally back up? I know that we're good to go now. These key levels, again, we tapped in and they stayed here. This time they disappeared. What does this tell me? Price is now willing to actually hold around this area and then potentially go higher, which is an indicator for me to take a buy. What time frame am I in? I'm in the 1 minute. By confirmation, you mean body must close above the high? Yes, bro. And now finally we get the body closing above the high. But again, I'm still not in the trade because I'm seeing that this is a strong rejection area. And until I don't get better confirmation, I'm not taking it. So once I see this candle go higher, again, once I see this candle break above these highs, that's when I'm going to want to get in. So, okay, we reject, whatever, and I want to see this candle go higher. Boom, I take my entry here. Is it the best entry? No, but that doesn't matter. Why? Because I understand kind of where price could reject and where it should reject, right? So I put my stop at these lows. Why? Again, we have all this buying over here. This was on Monday, bro. And we see that this big area is an area that heavily favors buyers. So what do I do in this area? I place my stop loss just right under here because I know that, hey, if price gets down here, there's a really big chance that aggressive buyers are going to step in. Now, should I wait for my entry all the way down here? Probably not the best choice because it doesn't guarantee that it's going to go lower. After that, I start seeing that, hey, yes, price is headed lower, whatever you want. However, we see the passive buyers are stepping in. Not only that, but we get an aggressive drop lower that is quickly bought up. This tells me that, hey, buyers are being aggressive and they're willing to stay in price. After that, right, we head lower, aggressive buy up. So this is what you want to see, guys, right? Right, guys? If you have an aggressive drop lower and it quickly gets bought up, it's a really good sign that, it was like an induced move, like a fake move, only to confirm that, to be able to get those buyers in. Now, after that, I see that we start headed higher, and once we get a close above here, right, a close above this high, that's going to give me my full confidence. So up to this point, I'm good, I'm staying in, whatever, right? Again, same thing. We popped up from here. I trust this area to hold. That is why I trail my stop to this low. Because same thing over here. Massive pop to the upside, we hold. Pop to the upside. So then this should hold if it is going to go higher. And again, I have my target right around here. Guess what happens? Price goes lower. It doesn't take out my stop. Look at how close it's going to get, and look at how it's still not going to take out my stop, right? This is why it's important to understand these levels, right? Because I understand that, hey, this low should not get claimed if we are going to head higher. Why? Because it shows that, hey, if this level holds, structure will hold. If this level stops holding, structure will not hold anymore. Why? Because we have this high here, and this is the lowest point between the two highs. So, hey, if my stop loss gets disrespected, worst case scenario, I cut my loss short as soon as structure was not respected anymore. So I place my stop loss here, and let's see what happens. It rejects. Why? Because when you understand structure and you understand the areas which price is going to respect, you can be confident in your stop loss getting your trade going into drawdown, and you go there. Can you move your cam to the top left? Yeah, sure. Actually, let me take it out. Remove. There you go, right? So what I'm seeing is, again, we have this low right here, which gets bought up quickly. So I know that if price goes under this low, structure is bearish, we're done for the day, right? There's not much to do. However, as long as price holds above this low, even if it is by just one tick, we're good to go. Why? Because we came lower. This is an area of aggressive buying. And you understand what happens. Worst case scenario, I mitigate my loss. It is a red day, but it is a smaller red day than what I initially anticipated for. So let's see what happens, right? We let the trade play out. It starts holding around here, which gives me a lot of confidence in the trade. Why? Because we start consolidating, and we've seen that, hey, all right, let's rewind it a bit. Every time we consolidate today, we're popping, right? Again, consolidate, pop, and then retracement. Consolidate, pop, retracement. Consolidate, pop, retracement. So if I'm seeing this pattern for the day, and that's what I was keeping in mind, I'm like, okay, dude, if we can get choppy around here, then that's good. Because odds are we're probably going to burst higher because we have this big magnet around here. So what do? I let price do its thing, and you trust your trade, right? You trust that, hey, the buyers are there, bullish structure is going to be respected, you're good to go. And I trust this low. Look at how close it was, but you got to trust your stop loss, you got to trust the structure. Now I see that we have all these sellers over here, and as soon as we clear it, we should pop quickly because it will induce some volatility into the market. There you go. I mean, can you guys hear me properly or no? I'll put it on pause. Let me know, chat. Okay, guys, let me know if you guys can hear me properly. If not, I'll adjust the settings way better. Okay, but again, but going back to this, right? I see that, hey, we clear this level of sellers. So then as soon as we break above here, we should be good to go, right? Okay, bet. So now I clear this. We start heading higher. And this confirms to me like, hey, we're actually bullish. Now we're going to get a massive rejection here. And that's fine. That's cool. Daniel's mic now. Do it. Oh, my fuck. No, I can't please anybody, bro. Somebody always has an issue. But yeah. So even though we get this massive rejection, again, I see a lot of guys that, they will get scared with these types of reactions. But again, it was a strong bullish pop. So you need to expect some sort of strong retracement and then continue going higher. When this happens, guys, don't be scared. Just understand that, hey, the same guys that bought it all the way up here are going to be there buying it again from this area. So don't be too concerned when that happens. And look at what happens, right? They're still buying it into this area. They're still being aggressive. And they're still willing to hit price. We see price starts to get a bit choppy. And that's fine, right? We've already understood that price is headed higher and hit our magnet. So what happens, right? From being all the way here in drawdown, 2 points away from your stop loss, because we understand that the buyers are strong and, hey, oh my God, it rejected. Like how many guys would have gotten out of this trade out of fear at this point? Because they're like, oh, it almost reached my TP and it stopped me and now it's headed lower, it's going to reverse, massive candle. No, because we understand that, hey, price, not only did price consolidate above here and break above not one, but 2 levels that were strong for sellers and then pushed higher. But it's also still bullish in the trend and we just created a new high, right? So again, unless you go under these lows, you're good. Price could have retraced all the way down here and I would not have really cared because I understand that the buyers are going to be strong around this area and they're going to be helping me out. And again, let's play it back again in real time. You guys can see how after we go down, their price is still supporting, right? So we break above these key levels here. And even then, we see that, hey, at the same area where we had these key levels that buyers ripped through, they're buying up again because it shows that this area that was previously dominated by sellers is now dominated by the buyers. And all you have to do now is sit on your hands and let the trade play out. Why? Because we have all this liquidity up here, which is a clear magnet for price, which is clearly attracting price and letting us know that, hey, we're actually headed higher. So now you let it play out. You do nothing. Again, we could have put our stop loss at break even here, right? We could have put our stop loss at break even at this low. But again, at that point, I was like, screw it. Guess what ended up happening? We ended up getting hit at TP. And then we let our other contract run, right? So what happens? We let the contract run. And then again, guys, this is really important. Once you're at a point of a lot of profit, what I usually like to do and what I advocate for is once you're having a runner, trail a lot. Why? Because you'll take a partial and then it'll go to break even and it's a shit trade. But if you trail your runner aggressively, regardless of what happens, you're getting bought out, right? And over here, we get an aggressive dump. It gets stopped out, and it's still a full TP trade because how he trailed our runner, guys. And again, it continued going higher. It is what it is, but that's important to understand. Now, on to the next trade, right? I'm only gonna do February 10th and 12th because if not, this call would go on for hours, and I'm trying to eat soon. Next trade. We start up over here, right? Again, this time it is 9:29, and we are bullish on the day. Why are we bullish on the day? We see that we have all this bullish structure. The now 1 hour was bullish, and the 5 minute was bullish. Not only that, but I see that we have 1, 2, 3 key levels with over 100 orders each, telling me that price is very likely going to get dragged up into these key levels. So we wait until 9:30, and boom, happy 9:30, right? Happy market open. Now, until Emilio, why did you not buy here? Why did you not buy at the pump? Well, because we haven't had any reactions at key levels, right? And until price doesn't get into any liquidity at the market open, I'm not too confident trusting momentum off the open, right? You want to see something that confirms your trade, not just a quick movement, like get some data behind it. So my thoughts are, okay, well, if we dump first and we tag some liquidity, then we'll get a clear market open, right? So what happens is price dumps first. It dumps into a liquidity level. The bookmap isn't clear there, I know. But let's see what happens, right? So initially, again, we see that we dumped under here. Is there a live tomorrow? No, bro. Tomorrow's a bank holiday. So initially, again, the same thing that happened on Monday. You get caught up by the quick movement. You lose sight of the higher time frame. And again, I try to short it. It doesn't work out, right? So even at this level, I need to understand the mistakes I'm making is I'm jumping into the trade too early sometimes. Just let it develop a bit and trust the higher time frame. What ends up happening? We end up getting this massive bullish candle. And then we have these key levels. So at this point, my analysis is, hey, my higher time frame bias is still bullish. And if we can break above these two, that's going to confirm the bullishness that I want to see. And that's going to confirm the trade that I want to take. So I let it play out, right? We let it hit these key levels. And again, I'm going to wait. Okay, now the key levels have been hit, right? Now that we see that these key levels have been hit, I understand that, hey, if price can hold around here, we are good for a buy. Why? Because it's showing us that, hey, our higher time frame was bullish, and there we go. So I take my entry. As soon as we start holding around these key levels, again, what we talked about in the previous trade, guys. If you see that price takes out a key level and then it goes dark, right, they go out, that is a good confirmation that those sellers are gone, right? Now, if price takes out the key level and rejects lower quickly, then it's probably going to sell off. But if we take out the key level and hold around there, the odds are very high that it's actually going to hold around that area. So I put my stop loss right under here, right? We see this massive pump here. So again, I was even a bit more conservative with the stop. I put it around this area. But same thing that I talked about in the last trade, right? When you see all these buyers coming quickly, it shows that even if price dips here, it's probably going to start heading higher right after that. So what do? We stay here, and then the next thing I see is as we go higher, the buyers are passively raising their price. What does this mean? That before they were willing to buy down here, now they're willing to buy all the way up here, showing that, hey, if price goes down, it's going to tag in 96 buyers that we can see over here and push price higher, giving me a lot of freaking confidence in the trade. So we wait and see what happens, right? We're trading between two key levels. If we go down, buyers are going to be met, right? And if we go higher, then we have all these sellers that are likely going to be absorbed because the higher time frame trend is bullish. What I just talked about, right? We're going to induce all these buyers down here, and I want you guys to see the reaction on how it happens, right? Aggressive move lower, and what happens after we see an aggressive move lower when the trend is bullish? We can expect an aggressive move higher to happen, right? Again, aggressive move lower, you understand your stop, you understand this is an area where price can quickly get bought up. And look at what happens, right? We start seeing this massive rally into this previous level, and now we're really good to go because not only did we go lower and see an aggressive move higher, but we see that the buyers are willing to step in again with this orange line right here. Now we have these two key levels, which we have to clear. And this is where you got to be attentive, right, guys? Because if we take these key levels and reject strongly to the downside, I got to get out of my trade because the sellers have overpowered the buyers, and I am not trying to be trapped in a buy. Super important. What just happened here, guys? We tagged this key level, and what just happened around this area? Let me know in the chat. This is not a rhetorical question. I want to see who's paying attention. So what levels do you trust the most if you can please give a range, like 50, 100 orders and up? So usually I will look for them to be an outlier, right? So you want to see like a peak out of here. So this 70 level, this 103 level, this level's good, but you want to see like on the COB curve, you want to see like these levels peaking out. Spoof. There you go, Andy. Good shit. Yeah. So I see a spoof, right? So not only do I know the buyers are super strong, and not only did we just absorb these sellers, but we just spoofed out these level. So before it was going to be strong buyers versus strong sellers. Now it's just strong buyers. So let's see what happens with price, right? Again, this is not random. These candles are not, these bursts are not just weird or whatever. Look at how price is going to start moving as we break above that level where there were previously sellers, but they're not sellers anymore there, right? We trade around that area, whatever, done. Price is going to move around. It's going to do the Macarena. And yeah, let me just adjust it a bit higher. Boom, there we go. Again, stays around this area. Same thing we talked about here, guys, right? Taps into a key level, removes a key level, and then it just trades around the area. It's not dumping aggressively. Same thing we used to take our entry. It's the same thing we used to confirm our trade management. So we see this happen, and then look at what happens once it's ready to burst out, right? Again, once price is ready over here, it'll start bursting out. And again, it's not random, like, oh, when is it going to start bursting out? Usually you'll be able to see the time and sales. And when you start seeing some aggressive buys accumulating, it'll pop. So that's why I also had the time and sales on top of X. But then look at the aggressive pop into our first key level, right? Right at 620. That's when I know, like, hey, okay, you know, we can actually move some stuff. We can actually start playing around. This is a good trade. And again, I could trail my stop into this area because I know that we have some aggressive buying. And guess what I'm going to do, right? I'm like, okay, I could trail it here. Let me just see the full reaction, right? Because we just tapped a key level. It could aggressively dump. So let me wait for the reaction again. Wait for the confirmation, and you're good. We now see that we have all these guys over here willing to buy it up at this price. What does this do? It gives me more confidence in the trade. So I'm going to let it run, and I'm going to let it play out. Now, I see that the buyers are stepping in, but I'm seeing that we have, look at, again, I'm going to replay the last 10 seconds. Look at how we have all these different sell levels lighting up. This means that there's some aggressive passive sellers, right? Passive sellers are being a bit aggressive over here, and they're stepping in. So you want to be careful, and you want to be securing some profits. At this point already, I had taken a partial, and I have my stop at break even, so it's a green day regardless. What ends up happening? Buyers get those sellers at the key level. We get an aggressive pop up here, which again should hold price higher. And dun. And then again over here, right? So we get an aggressive pop. I trail my stop loss. So if it stops me out, I made a lot of money. And if it doesn't stop me out, I'm still good. What ends up happening? Same thing as during Monday. We understand what's happening, so we can just trust the key level to get hit. Ta-da! And that is the trade breakdown for Monday and for Wednesday. Again, I'll do a Thursday and Friday breakdown and send it over into the Mentee group chat for the one-on-one mentees only. But again, this is kind of the first couple trades we took this week. And yeah, guys, I mean, appreciate you guys for showing up. I'll stay here for like a 5 to 10 minute Q&A, and then I'll go. Ally relative to current price. Yes, Curve. Exactly. Yeah, literally. What are key things that give you confidence to stay in the trade? If I see that structure is being respected, that is huge. If I'm going to buy, I don't care if we're having pullbacks, right? If we're having retracements, as long as we're pricing in new highs, that gives me some confidence, Andy. The fact that buyers are getting pulled up. So for example, in this trade, the fact that we're seeing buyers kind of follow price, right? See this yellow kind of trail that it leaves behind as it goes up. These are just passive buyers willing to support price. So that gives me a lot of confidence too. But yeah, Andy, that's essentially what gives me the most confidence in all that. So yeah, guys, I mean, I'll stay for another minute or two, finish up some Q&A, and if not, we'll call it a stream. For those of you guys that are going to pop up, we're going to stream for free on the FFN Discord on Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be on our Discord. Emilio, what's the blue stuff in the back? Damien, it's just orders, right? It's orders that are not as strong. Again, you can see here 14 orders, 11 orders, 11 orders, 9 orders, 17, 11, 13. So it's just orders, but it's like low-level orders, like not as heavy, not as many orders. And then the redder it gets, the more orders, right? So you can see over here where it's red hot, you got 65. Over here where it's red, like orange, you got 69. Then over here where it's kind of like darker and whatnot, you got 14, 11. So you're coming out with a prop? Yes, Curve, absolutely, within 2 to 3 weeks. Again, we just want to make sure the backend is completely dialed because we don't want to be delaying any payouts. We don't want to be, again, we're not denying any payouts. We built the system. Again, so most prop firms are white labeled. That's why you see other influencers start a prop firm and then they go bust because they're just a white label of a prop firm. It's not their own stuff. They don't have their own rights to their own stuff. So that's kind of why they go bust. That's kind of why they go bust, right, guys? Because it's a white label. They don't have control. They are only the face to the prop firm, and they don't really know what's going on, right? So the reason we've taken since August to release a prop firm is because we built everything in-house. The risk management systems, the automation system, everything is built in-house. We have complete control, and I have complete oversight because I've seen what happens to other guys. I've talked to other influencers who had a prop firm and they went bust, and it's because they didn't have control and they didn't have vision. I want to make sure that I can see all the payouts that are coming through. I want to make sure that there's no rules being broken. I want to make sure that there's nothing being exploited. I want to make sure that, you know, you guys are getting a proper service from the prop firm, and if you guys earn a payout, you guys get it. And we built it in a way that whenever you break a rule, that again, the rules are going to be super clear. Like, you guys are going to be forced to watch a video that goes over the rules before you can activate your account. Right? So again, there's not going to be any confusion. There's not going to be any excuses for the prop firm or for the traders, because we're being as transparent as possible. So what we're going to do is, once you get there, as soon as you request the payout, it's not going to be like, for example, Top Step. I've been waiting 3 days for a payout. I think that's ridiculous. TPT, I requested a payout on Thursday. I haven't gotten it yet. So Top Step, I requested $10,000. I'm still waiting for that. TPT, I requested $7,000 this week. I'm still waiting for that, which I think is ridiculous. FFN, I requested $6K. I already got paid. So yeah, again, but the reason we've taken a bit longer is because we're doing everything in-house. We got guys that have worked at some of the biggest prop firms in the space in our team. They're getting paid well because we're ensuring quality for traders. Will you guys be having live accounts too after consistent results? Yeah, bro. So after you get to the 4th payout, we will move you into a live account where not only will you have daily withdrawals, but you will also have a 90-10 profit split. And he asks, if price reacts aggressively off a key level that contradicts your trade, how do you manage that? So depends, right? Usually I would like to trail my stop so that I'm risking less, or if it hits, it's less profit. But it has to be in sync with structure, right? Just because a key level triggers negatively doesn't invalidate your trade. However, if a key level triggers against you, let's say that I'm in a buy, right? And if a bearish key level gets triggered and then I see bearish structure, not so nice, right? What would the max accounts we could have be? It would be 10 accounts curve. So we're going to have, our biggest account is going to be 200K. You can have up to 10 accounts. You can copy trade the 10 accounts together. And we're going to have an in-house copy trader that you guys are going to fucking love. Let's put it, it's a momentum bullish bias with strong confirmation is on top of key level or in sell below. Let's put it. Jan, si quieres pregúntame en español, cabrón, porque no entendí la pregunta. I thought it was a baby in the background. Nah, bro, not anytime soon. Nah. What are some red flags that Bookmap will show you to exit or be cautious during a trade? So if you're in buys and price taps a bearish key level and breaks structure to the downside, that's a massive bearish red flag. So if you're seeing big green bubbles but price is not pushing higher, if you're in a buy, or if you're seeing big red bubbles and prices not pushing lower, it means they're getting absorbed, and more likely than not, a reversal is coming soon. Si es un bullish bias, ¿tú esperas a que encierre encima el key level? Sí, señor. Yeah, I do. So if I have a bullish bias, I will wait for price to close above the key level, hold around there, and then we're off to the races, right? Because yes, I'm bullish, but I want to make sure that the bulls are stronger than the sellers. That's why it's important to wait for the key level to get closed above. Because if you're bullish and you get into a level of sellers, but you just reject, you know. But if you're bullish and then the bulls are outpowering the bears, right, and you're getting more buys than sells, and you're getting aggressive buys in an area that was strong for sellers, that's what confirms the bias, and that's what confirms that you're going to have momentum. Again, the way I trade, I like to trade with momentum, and if I know that buyers are stronger than sellers with a bullish trend and a bullish bias, that's how I know I'm going to get momentum. Hopefully you keep this live on your channel. Yeah, Curve. So you're going to be able to access it under lives. So you're going to be able to actually, you know, see this entire recording. Hello, world. Hello, bro. What's good? There goes that baby sound. Again, that's how traders be reacting on a slight thing against them, bro. ¿O entrarías antes por otra confirmación? Not usually, bro. No, ya no me gusta porque todavía no tienes el momentum, right? So even if I'm bullish, I don't like to get in on a retracement. And I say this to the mentees a lot, but dude, buy as price is going higher, sell as it's going lower, right? Very rarely will you catch the tippy top or the very bottom tick. Very, very rarely, right? So I would much rather be like, okay, as it's going up, I'm gonna buy, and because I know momentum is gonna be coming in, I know I'm gonna get the bigger side, right? So let's say this is 100% of the move. Instead of trying to get the buy in here, I would rather get the buy in here and be secure about catching this side of the move rather than to get the buy in here but be stressing about it going a bit lower and stopping me out, right? You're not here to make money, right? So imagine that, again, this is a price range, right, guys? Instead of getting in bottom tick here and being stressing about a little wick that could take me out, right? This is my stop loss. Instead of being stressed about this, and going lower, I would much rather get in here, not be stressed, and just be confident on the right up, rather than try to get the bottom tick and get cooked. What do you think of supply and demand as a strategy? I think if used properly, it can be an amazing strategy, bro. I know some guys who trade supply and demand that are making a lot of money. How do you know you're buying in the middle, not at the top? Super easy, Rocket. First of all, liquidity. You're never gonna know 100%. But again, let's say that we have this. Well, how do I know that this is not the top? Well, it's pretty evident because I have this key level here, right? So again, you need to assume, of course, you're not going to be 100% sure, but if you know that there's a lot of liquidity over here, there's a lot of orders here, odds are that we are going to head higher, right? So if I have this here, right, I'm not trying to snipe this bottom tick here. I'm not trying to get in at the bottom of the range over here. I'm going to wait for the momentum, right? So, okay, now we have bullish momentum. I'm not trying to catch this retracement. I'm not trying to buy here. I'm going to wait for my confirmations. I'm going to wait for the key levels to get spoofed out. And now I know that we have okay, Rocket, so this is to answer your question, right? Now I know that we have the potential to head into the 620s and to head into the 650s. So I know that we have potentially 50 points that price can move up to higher, right? So then as I see my confirmations, I can be more confident in the trade and watch it go towards that end of the range target. Why not wait for the pullback for an ad? Because of the way I like to risk, dude, right? So again, in this pullback, cool, I could add over here. Right, so in this pullback over here, I could add, yes. However, okay, let's say that I add over here as it's going down. What is and we have no structure yet. So at this point, we haven't even broken above this high. Why would I want to add more if the structure is not confirmed? At least my thought process is, okay, when structure is confirmed, I'll add in. Plus, with the way I trade, I like to take, my risk up front in these types of scenarios. So again, I could add over here. Sure, I could move around, whatever. But hey, we just broke structure to the upside over here, and we just tagged a key level. We're going down, dude. Like, there's, again, of course we have the buyers, but I like to add as we're going up to catch the momentum and to catch, again, that's the reason kind of when I add onto the trades, it makes it a really big winner, just because of the fact that you're adding as it's going up. Because if I DCA in, chances are that, hey, if I add and draw down and it goes to my stop loss, it's just going to make my stops bigger. And over trade, compounding over time, it adds up. And it eats at your profits, right? That's why, again, I would not add on the pullback. I would add on the way higher. Most guys that I know that add on the pullbacks are not as profitable. The guys that I know that add in as they're going with the momentum, they're making stupid money. At least the guy that taught me this, he doesn't do much social media, whatnot, but he usually adds whatnot. Wouldn't that week be where you could have added? Yeah, but who is to tell me that this wick is the final wick, right? Like this wick around here, who is to tell me that, that this is going to be the bottom, take the bottom wick? Like, of course, we can see it in hindsight. But at this moment, right, as I'm seeing this, like, who is to tell me that this candle is not going to dump into the FEG, right? Again, we had the bars and whatnot, but there might just be a seller at that moment who just like, you know what, boom, sell 20 contracts and it'll drop into here. Oh, the upper wick, perfectly valid because we hadn't created a low, right? So, okay, we created the high, but we haven't priced in low yet. So high, but we haven't priced in the proper low to break the high. Like, I want to see some structure before I add to the wick. So I wait for it. Over here, I could have added, yes. However, I had already lost a trade in the day, and I was already at my max risk for that trade. So you need to, every trade you take, you need to assume you're going to lose for the purpose of risk management, right? Because if I add over here and the trade doesn't play out, then I'm losing more than I wanted to lose for the day. And again, that's how you kind of mess up your expected value per trade, because then your losses are going to be bigger. And again, it's just, it screws up your data. So that's why I wouldn't have it added in this trade, because I was already at my max risk, right? I was already in with 2 contracts here. And I just was not willing to add more contracts, because if it didn't play out, it would be a bigger loss than I want it to be, than my risk parameters allow it to be. And, that's how you eat away at your payouts. And because I was able to manage the trade, again, if I lost in this trade, cool, whatever. But if I lost and I added in, it would have messed up my P&L a lot more, right? Another $500-$600, which just makes it harder to build your accounts back up and to help secure that buffer. So that's why I didn't do it in this case. Right, over here in this one, I could have added, again, so Rocket, this wick right here, this would have been the perfect moment to add, But again, because I was already in with my max risk, I'm good. Pete Miranda asks, so you should just buy during the momentum instead of SNR zones? So it really depends on your strategy, right, Pete? I mean, I know great guys, really good traders. There's guys like Carmine Rosato. There's guys like Scott Pulcini who they decide to add on the SNR zones. Because I don't trade that way. And again, I trade from 9:30 to 10:30. I like to trade the high momentum. I like to trade the high volatility. And again, if I'm going to add, I would much rather add with, the peace of mind knowing that, hey, it's going higher. I'm going to have momentum, rather than be like, I need to add at the perfect place, or my ad needs to be perfectly timed, because if it goes lower, I'm going to be in more drawdown. I can get cooked. And, there's more risk to adding when you're not going with momentum. Can it work? Absolutely. Are there guys who do it properly? Yes. And they killed it. However, for the way I trade and the way I preserve my mental capital is, hey, instead of stressing about adding at the perfect place and stressing about how much am I going to lose if I add here, I would much rather just add as we're going higher and we have the momentum, because I know that the probability of the trade, again, if I'm adding, I'm already into some profit, right? And again, I see my data. That's why it's important to gather data, right, guys? You guys want to see your point of peak profitability, which is kind of the point where your trades usually play out after they get there. At least for me, it's after we move around 10 to 15 points and clear that second key level or clear that structure. That's why I usually add in structure, where most of my trades play out. If I have a trade and structure gets confirmed after I get into the trade, I'm good to go. Right? That's kind of why I added that point. Damien, where's your course? Let me send the link here. It's a free course, by the way. You guys don't have to pay anything to learn my strategy and all that shit. Public invite. Let me send it here. Where is my stream? Okay, Damien, let me go ahead and send you the link. Give me just 1 second, dude. There we go. I got you, Damien. Yeah, I appreciate the support, bro. But yeah, Pete, so you could add in drawdown, yes, during the SNR zones. You can try to time it. Personally, because I like to preserve my mental capital and I like to be less stressed when I'm taking a trade, and I like to be able to just be more in sync with the market, I would just much rather add when we have the momentum. Carlos, ¿qué onda, brother? ¿Cómo andas? Rocket, awesome stuff, Emilio. Really appreciate the explanation. I get nervous adding the way you do. Typically DCA. Yeah, I would not recommend DCA, Roger. Again, Rocket, I mean, to each their own. If you like that, good. But again, if you're getting nervous and you're adding more stress and you're depleting your mental capital because you're adding onto a trade, I would not even add on. And again, if you're not profitable yet, right? Again, of course, Rocket, I don't know your situation. But again, until you're not getting payouts, you should not be focusing on adding on, scaling out. Like, dude, just focus on getting your edge down and getting consistent trades, right? What's the difference between your course and mentorship except the one-on-ones? I mean, the course is free, but not. So the mentorship, what we do is first we make sure that we understand your edge. And what we do is we use different AI tools and journaling tools to get your expected value, your point of peak profitability, your drawdown, the confluences that work best for you, your most profitable times, your most profitable days. And using that data, again, through the one-on-ones, we refine it, right? Of course, you get access to the group chat. We're always doing giveaways. Griffin won a 150K account the other day. Anthony won a 50K one. So we're doing giveaways too. We get access to the group chat, the one and the actual mentorship. But in the mentorship, after we have all your KPIs and all your tracked statistics, we provide you with the funding, right? We don't charge you extra. We provide you with the funded accounts, and we provide you with whatever you need. And essentially, we help you scale to 20K a month, right? We just had another guy, Shane. He just had some really good results. Bernardo, he just made how much did he make this month? Like 60K. Isaac just got some payouts. So right now we have like 30 guys who have reached the 20K a month mark. But essentially what we do is we just work directly with you until you get there. And on the course, it's just, hey guys, this is my strategy. On the one-on-one, is based on what works best for you and how you trade best. We build the strategy around you using what I call, again, the capital vault method, which is where we get your expected value, your peak point of profitability, your drawdown ratios, what confluences work best for you, what days work best for you, what times of day work best for you. Potato. So it's more like a process, right? Rather than just like another course. Emilio, te compraste el Samsung. Bro, I got both phones. Fuck you. We got the business phone and then we got the other stuff. But yeah, you got the Samsung here too. I use this one for business, bro, because I cannot use it personal for that. Entrarás al mejor grupo donde el mentor te paga la comida. Yeah, okay, so John, dude, I mean, yeah, like, dude, on the one-on-one mentorship, like, a lot of guys are always like, yo, dude, let's meet up in person. Like, absolutely, bro. Like, I went with John to get steak. He bullied me because I like my steak medium rare. And then at the casino, we went to the casino, and I was like, he put all his money on 00, and I'm like, that's sketchy, bro. If it hits, I'll give you $100. It fucking hit. He ran me out of my 200 bucks. I thought you trade from 10 to 11. I used to trade from 10 to 11, but then I realized I trade a lot better with momentum. And when better to get momentum than with all the volatility and the volume at the open. So, yeah, Donna, that's kind of why I shifted into the 930 and trade from the open. Again, my statistics compared are just ridiculously insane. I was averaging like 7 to 8 R a month when I traded 10 to 11. Right now, I'm averaging 15 to 16. Medium well, no, bro. Medium rare. Medium rare is way better. I eat all my steaks medium rare. I don't care. I thought you trade from 10 to 11. I used to, but not anymore. Silver bullet. I mean, again, if I find a trade by 10 a.m. that aligns with the silver bullet, I'll take it. But I'm just not. I shifted away heavily from model trading after I learned the freaking order book. I mean, I did pay $15K to a mentor to teach me this shit. Well worth it, right? We made the investment back, which is what matters. But yeah, nah, dude. After learning Bookmap and the order book, you just never want to look back. It's again, after you drive a Ferrari, you never want to drive that BMW again. You know, like after, like it's like a car, dude. Whenever you have a car and you test drive like a nicer car, you're like, shit. Like that's how the sales guys get you. You know, like again with my mentor, dude. After driving his fucking 296, I'm over here like, now I need to drive that all the day. But you know, so that's kind of why. Immediately, what some folks don't realize is your bigger picture strategy is more than just trading strategies. Your profit strategies to get paid are at a high level. Appreciate it, Rocket. Appreciate it a lot, man. Because again, yeah, and the way I did it, right? The way I started like doing content and whatnot. As you guys see my content, it's not like the traditional guys that this is my secret strategy to make $100 every day from the markets. Like, no, bro. I'm just here to show you guys like what I do, how I do it. If you guys like it and want to work with me, cool. If you guys like it and want to learn it for free, cool. I personally could not care less because I'm making some good money from the markets, right? That's why I don't have to push like, you're going to make $300 every day, because you're not. And that's not going to happen. And you're going to have losing periods. And they're going to suck because you're going to be against the wall with nothing to your favor, with the world crumbling on you, with your strategy not working, and you got to go through it. And that's what I want to teach, right, guys? I mean, I was at a point where I would lose 10 trades in a row. And I don't care, because you just got to keep looking at the longer term output. You got to keep looking at the bigger picture, and you got to keep trusting your edge. That's why every trader needs to gather data, get your expected value, get all these metrics, because if you have them and you gathered them properly, you're going to trust it. And if you can trust the math and you can trust the numbers, then you're just going to make money as long as you're not a degenerate. That's how it works, bro. Like, people think you gotta bend the space-time continuum and do all this crazy stuff to be profitable and have like a freaking monk routine and, you know, bam, bro, whatever. Like, no, dude, just get a system, gather data on it. If the data says you're profitable, congrats, you're already way further ahead than 80% of traders. Now, all you need to do is keep your risk management low, understand how to scale in, how to scale out, and just apply consistently. And then, again, dude, if you can do that, you should be making at least, like, again, $20K a month from the markets. That's why the guarantee with a one-on-one program is we will get you to $20K a month within 6 months. And if we don't, we keep working with you for free until you get there. Because I trust our systems. I trust our traders. That's why there's an application process, and it's not just something people can buy, because I want to make sure it's somebody that we can actually take to $20K a month, because not everybody is cut out to get to that level. And yeah. Did you see medium rare's top tier? It is, bro. Dude, I had to show John how to do it. Bro, we got a 90-day dry aged steak, and this guy wanted to get it medium well. I was like, no, dude, we're getting it medium rare. I'm teaching you how to eat medium rare steak, because you're not about to get a 90-day dry aged Wagyu and get it fucking medium well. Like, what is that, bro? You get a burger medium well, not a 98 dry aged Wagyu. That's disrespectful, bro. Like, not even about the price of the steak. Just respect the cut of the steak, bro. Is order flow reliable for all gold just as much as currency pairs? So not currency pairs, right? Because currency pairs are Forex, Pete. Order flow and level 2 data is only available for futures and stocks, meaning things that have level 2 data. Currency pairs, they're sold as CFDs, cash for different contracts. So because there's no centralization, there's no centralized data, meaning there's no level 2 data, meaning the order flow is not valid. However, if you want to trade euro dollar, you can trade it at 6E and you can get order flow for it, right? So if you want to trade the level 2 data and all that, you do need to trade it through futures. So again, you can do gold, you can do crude oil, you can do S&P, you can do EA, you can do NQ, you can do the YM, you can do 6E, you can do GC, all these stuff. But it has to be dollar correlated, and it needs to be either through the NYMEX, the COMEX, or the CME. Profitable traders eat bloody sticks, facts. I've been in a few mentorships beforehand. This is the only one that showed me the numbers and my trades. And dude, yeah, I mean, because again, guys, I'm not here to create like a crazy process and just go wild about it. I'm just here to show you guys exactly what I did to get to my point and apply those systems to you guys, right? Again, the system, to the one-on-ones, you guys met one of my mentors, Roger, the one who taught me how to gather data and how to look at it. And I literally, like, he literally explained to you guys the system that made me profitable. And it's the system that I look for you guys. Like, when he was sharing his journal, it was literally the same journal that I have for you guys and the same tools that we use in the AI that we made, because it's what made me profitable. I'm not here to say I got profitable one way and then do something else. Like, no, this is what I did. This is how I got here. Let me help you boys out and girls. Because we got girls in the mentorship like Rebecca, who's killing it, just got funded. Rebecca, if you're watching this, you're a G for that. And yeah, ¿dónde estás viviendo? Entre Tampa y Puerto Rico. Ando, I'd say like 60-40, 60 Tampa, 40 PR. But I want to be full-time PR, bro. I fucking love PR. It's the best island in the world, by far. Meeting well is wild. I know, bro. Is NKD on Bookmap? Yes, it is, Roosevelt. Yeah. NKD is the Nikkei 225, right? If it is, the Japanese index. Like, if we're talking about the Japanese stock index, then yes, it is. But yeah, guys, I mean, fun Q&A, good meeting. You live by TGR. Yeah, dude, Tyler is my boy. Like, Tyler, I've hooped with him a couple times. My brother's really good friends with Tyler. Tyler lives like 3 minutes away from me. But I'm really close with Carson, Tyler's friend, because Carson plays soccer, dude. So at the soccer pickup league we got over there, we usually play together. Carson is a G, amazing guy, really humble, really good guy. I've talked with Tyler a couple times, worked out with him here and there, but nothing crazy. But yeah, Carson is a G. And Tyler, I mean, he's been nice to my brother, so I can't talk bad on him. But yeah, so Tyler lives in Sabanera. I'm in Dorado Beach. So the club where Tyler goes to, I just doxed myself. Well, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Voy para Miami a finales de este mes. Si estás por allá, nos vemos. Escríbeme, tal vez voy para allá porque tengo que ir a ciertas cosas la primera semana de marzo. Así que si coincidimos, les donamos. Because I got a wedding there. Ooh. Not mine. Not yet. Pero bueno, nada. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you Tuesday on stream on the FFN Discord. It is completely free. Do you golf? Yes. Do I golf well? No. I've tried golf. I like it, but I'm just not good, dude. Not good at all. I'm good at go-karting, though. I boys be right out to Dorado tomorrow. Bro, you're like 5 minutes away from me right now. What do you mean, Dorado? Dude, I love how every time I'm going to cut the stream off, you guys just keep making it better. But yeah, guys, again, appreciate ya. I'm hungry as shit, so I'm going to go eat. And yeah, guys, again, this recording is going to be saved under my live channel. I just dropped a video explaining my trade from Thursday. So if you want to see Thursday's trade, go to the latest video. Make sure to comment for a chance to win a 50K account once Kronos drops. Kronos is a prop firm. Adios.